Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Ryan. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, tier lists, rankings, video game playthroughs, random topics of movie news, whatever the case, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal, to have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And for those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. And this is for You're Okay, I'm Okay, a 1987 film. And I'm sorry I'm stumbling over my words because, number one, I think the title of the film sucks. You're Okay, I'm Okay. Doesn't really flow off the tongue, at least for me. And number two, it's a Hong Kong film I had never heard of before, but it's really just a remake of The Apartment, which is a film I reviewed a little while ago, starring Jack Lemmon from way back in the day. Because it does follow the same beats. A low-level office worker. He has a couple managers that will use his apartment for their affairs. Hey, give me the key to your apartment. I got this date. I'm cheating on my wife. I'm going to go use your apartment to fuck over there. He has done this for quite a few of his, like at least 4 or 5 managers. One of them is Dennis Chan. Yes, the guy who trained Jean-Claude Van Damme's character in Kickboxer. Xian. I'm like, oh, I recognize him. So that was interesting to see. And like the beginning is very goofy, comedic of just how many people are screwing. Like Dennis Chan screwing a lady in a car, and 2 people are taking pictures. He's got to pay him off to get the pictures. One of them tries to take his date, however you want to put it, to his office, but every room he goes into, there's people screwing or fucking in some way, shape, or form. And the joke is they can't find a room to screw because everybody is screwing everywhere. But anyway, at one point, the lead guy, he's got to be outside because they haven't been done yet. He gets sick. He goes to work. And while sick, he's talking with this lady who he likes. Just like what happened in the Jack Lemmon film. And there's this lady he likes. He gets called in by the head boss. Just like Fred McMurray did the Jack Lemmon in The Apartment. And the lead guy thinks he's in trouble. But then he realizes the head boss wants to have the same arrangement. Let me get the keys to your apartment, or give me a copy of the key to your apartment so I can have some affairs over there and a place to do it at. So he's doing it for his bosses. And then at some point during a party, he's talking with the girl he has an infatuation for, a crush on. Sees she's got one of these little mirrors and sees there's a break in it, a crack in it, and realizes, oh shit, this is what was at my apartment. So this is the lady that's going out with my head boss. They even have the bit where when the boss, hey, I'll give you a deal. I'll give you tickets to go see this show while I go on this date. And then Jack Lemmon talked to the lady, hey, you want to go out with me? Okay, maybe. But then instead she's going out with the head boss. Same thing happens here. And then leads it to another lady telling our lead character's crush, that lady, hey, you know that guy you're going with, that head boss, he uses women all the time. She gets more and more depressed, takes pills, however you want to put it, tries to end her life. The lead guy and a neighbor help her out. Then our lead guy takes care of her. They bond a bit. Even in the original film, The Apartment, there's a story about how Jack Lemmon was depressed one night or one day and tried to shoot himself, but he accidentally shot himself in the foot. I think it was the foot. It was the foot in this. It might have been the thigh. I can't remember exactly where, but tried to do it, accidentally shot himself, wounded himself here, wounded his foot. At the very end of the film, She thinks he shot himself, but instead he uncorked champagne. It's the same film. So sorry that I spoiled it, but yeah, if you've seen The Apartment Jack Lemmon, you've seen the plot of this film. Only this film is a lot shorter. It's like an hour and 20 some to an hour and 30 minutes. So it's definitely, I guess you'd call it a faster paced movie. Although The Apartment, I do definitely say I cared more about the characters and the acting and the dialogue more. Because what this does, now Ryan, forgive me if I'm wrong about this, I believe he put in the subtitles. Because it's hard, I don't know if he did, or he, at least he found a copy with subtitles, or he put in the subtitles that was found. Whichever. Either the subtitles, I can't even talk right. The subtitles are either really, really wrong, or this film tries to be one of the most vulgar, obscenity, filled to the guts and the gills of curses that I've seen in a long while. And I curse a lot. But this is like if you took every Rob Zombie film and you took all their curses, put them together in a montage. That still might not be as much as there are in this movie. Almost every line has the word fucking, you fucking that, she's fucking there, you fucking this, fucking that, or other stuff. If it's not cursing, there's other just to mention a few lines. You're a total baller with a boner. Oh, my hardware's leaking again. He'll eventually dump your sweet, wet, pathetic ass. It's not just sweet. It's not just pathetic. It's wet, too. Why you don't choke on a banana dick? It's just crazy. And I'm sitting there going, is this just how people in Hong Kong in 1987 talked? In the office space? Is that the case? If so, goddamn. You think me or Americans curse a lot? Holy cow. If that's the case. But it's just crazy. I mean, there's even a bit where after he's helped the girl and they're bonding in his apartment, he comes home and she has washed his socks and other stuff on the roof. And if this is really what they were saying, and I can only assume because Ryan would have no reason to lie or do that, it just, hey, this is what they said. The lead guy is repeatedly calling the chick retard, C-U-N-T. I'm trying to be reasonable with YouTube on that. Retard, C-U-N-T. What does that spell? But he says that full phrase. You're just a stupid. Again and again and again and again and again. Oh, I'm just joking, and I didn't mean to call. Oh, but you're because you put it on the line here. These clothes and there's grime on this line. So you're retarded. You're too. I know I'm censoring myself. Just again, I'm trying to be a little bit reasonable on YouTube. But that's the line of dialogue. Again and again, like he repeats it literally. At least 15 times. I swear. At least a dozen to 15 times. And he's not even being... He's like it's a term of endearment. I'm like, this girl, you just saw that she tried to take pills and you and your neighbor had to get her heart pumping. And then the joke is that he took his sock off and put it to her nose and oh my god, the smell. I was like, wow, it just, I like vulgarity as much as that's hell. I watch and liked Andrew Dice Clay. I love The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. I love Richard Pryor stand up, films like See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I, hell, I like vulgarity to a point. But when it's repeated ad nauseum, like a lot of Rob Zombie films did and other films, it loses any amount of power it has. It loses any amount of, not shock value, but like a giggle. He said fucking. And you have to use it right. You have to use it with timing. You have to use it in your spots, your moments. A good example is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. The rest of the film is very PG, and the way Steve Martin, I don't like the way you left me in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking tea to a fucking car that is fucking. Like, okay, that's way of doing it. It's very, very funny because of the timing, because the way Steve Martin's saying it, because the way he pronounces it, and the way the scene plays out, how things were before, and then this one scene, just how it explodes. Just like when Chevy Chase's character has his rant in National Lampoon's Vacation, when he's in the car and he's losing it. Don't touch! But when you use it repeatedly over and over and over again to such ridiculous upon ridiculous amount of times, it takes me out of it. I'm more concentrating on the amount of times they're saying it than your story, your characters. It just becomes laughable, but not in the, oh, that was really funny, more, this is ridiculous. What the hell, man? I mean, time, jeez. And that to me was, and it's weird me saying it because I sound like a Miss Moral Pretension, but it got so repetitive in the usage. It seemed just more juvenile and childish and stupid. I did, come from a guy that likes Andrew Dice Clay. Even he wasn't like this. It just got so stupidly ridiculous with it. Come on, man. It's a bit much. As for the acting, it was fine. The story, I mean, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to not compare it to The Apartment because it's the same story, and The Apartment had better acting, better looking film, more build up of the characters, because it gave it a bit more time. Even though I said that film I thought was a bit too long, but there's still a bit more character motivations. I definitely say the lady in this, by the end, really did feel like she was more in love with the main character in terms of being excited, giddy about it. Where in the Apartment is more subdued. It depends what your preference is. Would you rather have that be more subdued or be more giddy and excitable? So, like, in a way, I mean, I could buy that she fell in love with this guy. While maybe in the original The Apartment, you may have like a question or two of, yeah, she's probably in love with him, but again, it depends if you do prefer more subdued or not. So, I mean, I will say it was nice to see the lead character so giddy about it to cement the end of the film. There's some goofy gags where, unlike The Apartment, Jack Lemmon's just explaining with words what he attempted back in the day to end his life. Here you see it, and much more on a goofy notion where you see, for example, him trying to shoot himself. The bird comes in, it hits his foot. Hopefully, I mean, the bird falls to the ground. Hopefully they did not really hurt that bird for real. Just Hong Kong has a bad tendency for that. I saw that Devil Fetus film that Ryan requested. It looked like they actually killed a fucking bird during it. Eagle or whatever. Milo and Otis, all the BS that happened with that film, which I did a review of that movie. Hong Kong, a lot of those films are not good to animals, which I don't like that shit. I think that's abhorrent. It's just flat out bullshit to do that. Because animals are more innocent in terms of, they didn't have the choice to be in your stupid movie, if that was the case. But the joke is that, I could kill myself, so I killed that bird. Does you see like him with in the flashback? He puts his foot up, he's bandaged, and then there's the bird fried up, and he's eating it. So the joke is kind of funny. Like this bird didn't let him die, so now he killed it. Like I said, that reveal was kind of funny. The acting I don't really have a problem with. Interesting to see Dennis Chan in a great smaller role, but different type of role before Kickboxer. The music, some of the music was recognizable, and I realized some of it is. You do have a woman singing it when the head boss takes the girl to this club, but even instrumental wise, the Air Supply song Without You. Without, I can't even try to sing it because I can't sing for shit. Just look up Air Supply Without You on YouTube. You'll know what I'm talking about. So some of that music is used. I did not just with someone singing, but instrumental versions as well. Not a bad song, fits. Not bad song at all. I didn't. The plot can't help it. Just is familiar because it's a remake of a film I'd seen already. The acting wasn't bad. It's just the dialogue was distracting. It was really distracting. I mean, there's a bit where one of his neighbors has a bunch of porno mags, and the wife finds out, and the way they're talking to each other, and just completely obliterating each other verbally with like a curse word every 5 milliseconds. Or when the lead guy quits and he tells the people off, and it just says the most ridiculous, vulgar things, but it just got repetitive. So it just loses its shock value, its meaning, its in a way its purpose. So it just becomes almost like white noise, a white noise of cursing, like Rob Zombie films would tend to do. So I would say that's the biggest problem with it. If they use it sparingly, or had other like more witty, more clever pieces of dialogue, I think that could have helped. Helped quite a bit, actually. And that was my biggest takeaway, because I spent most of the damn review talking about that. Just the story and such. I mean, it's stuff you've seen before. I mean, directing wise, there's not really anything that you talk about in terms of camera work, scenery wise. It's just pieces inside the office building or inside the apartment. It's not, you don't get a lot of scenic shots of the cityscape or anything of the sort. I just would really love to try to understand the people who made this. Why did you make the dialogue this way? Why were the guys trying to comfort this lady while she did all your clothes and socks and stuff on the roof? Why keep calling her a read? I can't even say the phrase 18 fucking times with a smile on your face. Like, is this just a lost in translation type of thing? I don't know. If you're from Hong Kong, you feel free to explain to me. So, yeah. Maybe if that was worked out and toned down after concentrating more on the other stuff, then maybe. Or maybe if it wants to be more goofy, like at the beginning, where everyone's like screwing everywhere, if it was more screwball comedy take on the apartment, because it's doing that a little bit, but not entirely throughout it. If the entire film was more of the screwball, physical antics, physical comedy stuff, then maybe it could more differentiate itself. So there's more to talk about, more to remember about the movie. I mean, I was mentioning when the lead guy flashbacks to when he tried to end his life. Like, some of that was kind of quirky, funny. Just like when the guy's sitting down ready to shoot, he put like a big target on his chest and stuff like that. But, as is. It was interesting to watch at least one time, but yeah. Not really a film that's going to be out there into the public, so to speak. So, take that for what you will. Thanks for watching. Take care. We will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.